Hello, and welcome there. This is Ashen Jedi, and we're about to play some Contra. The Famicom version, in fact, which has some interesting differences from the NES games. Title screen for one. Also, an opening cinematic. Contra, if you don't know, is a run-and-gun series. One of the, pioneers, in fact. You play as two Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone inspired army dudes fighting the Red Falcon, leading some aliens to invade Earth, and, well, that's the basic gist. Other Contra games would expand on the story, but it's usually, spin-offs that do that. This game means a lot to me. I played it when I was 3 years old. My mom got me into it along with Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Mario 3. And from there, I'd start my gaming career. Well, not career, but I'd start playing stuff. I owe it all to my mom, and partly to my dad, because my dad got me into RPGs and RTS stuff. But let's start this thing. Also unique to the Famicom version is this map screen. Yeah, this wasn't in the NES version at all. So you can shoot in 8 directions, you can jump. The default gun's actually pretty good. It's actually better than this power-up's a machine gun. You can actually fire faster than the machine gun allows with your regular gun. Just helpful tip. Most of the alternate guns in this game aren't actually that great. There is one exception, and we will be getting it very soon. Right here, the spread shot. It's your dog's best friend. It's my best friend, and it's your best friend. Use it wisely. It's like a shotgun with long reach. What's not to like? Also, you die in one hit if you're new to this series. Yeah, it's very, very tough. Usually. Depends on how much you've played a game. Now, what was your first Contra? If you've played the series before. If you're new, then you don't have to answer, obviously. Playing this via the Contra collection that was released on Steam. Kind of a neat collection. It has options for, tons of cool viewings and, art and all that cool stuff. That boss right there was basically a tradition where, you'd have a sniper and you'd have 2 turrets and a core. A lot of Contra games use that, like friggin' Super C, Contra 3, a couple others. Now, most of the mainline Contra games have 2 stages or more, depends, where the rules of the game change. In this game, there's 2 base stages, which work like gallery shooters for some reason. You move back and forth. You can't go up unless you destroy the door generators. Do not press up or you will hit the fence there, and you are stunned while you do that. Depth perception can be a little awkward. I advise ducking a lot. If you're unsure if a shot will hit you, then just be like, hey, I'm gonna duck. If the enemies, move slower, they usually have grenades, and those can hit you while you're ducking, obviously. There's also a couple other tricks like those, which try to hit you while you're crouching. See if he's skittering over, that means he has a grenade. It's pretty easy tells. When you get these big cores, that means you're about to hit the boss. Spread shot allows you to be really safe while you do that. This boss has 4 cores, and it's easy to take care of them. Take out the 2 turrets before you take out the cores, because the actual boss will show up when you destroy those. It's the Cookie Monster shooting bubbles at you, what could go wrong? I don't know why these aliens are like, hey, bubbles are the most deadly thing to man. I mean, they hurt, but why bubbles? Next stage is a bit more vertically inclined, the most vertical stage in the game. In fact, Super C, the next game, has quite a few more vertically inclined stages. And this is also when the game starts being like, hey, we can just spawn enemies in on the side at you. And be like, oh, hey, we're gonna get you. So keep shooting. Blow up rocks, too, you know. Blowing up rocks is cool. They do it in Dragon Ball all the time. Try to cheap shot the snipers, because they'll try to cheap shot you. These guys in the water, if you go above them, they will shoot. This stage has a lot of turrets, but you can usually cheese them. That B is a barrier, R is rapid fire, I forgot to mention. The barrier does not have a jingle associated with it, so when it runs out, you can just die. Like, I might die just because I might have forgot the time. See? It just ran out. If I had been in any precarious spot, they would have just murdered me. You can off-screen those guys. See, this turret's in an awkward spot. Ah! This platform's not even hard to land on, I just second-guessed myself. We're nearing the end. It's a bit of a gauntlet, but it's not too, like, long, so... The boss... kind of depends on your weapon, if it's hard or not. It's not too bad either way, because the flailing arms just kind of shoot fireballs every now and again. And then they'll try to, like, go at you like that, and that's your best time to shoot them. And with the spread shot, you can just cheese the mouth here. Even if you didn't have the spread shot, you could just go under, shoot a couple times, and then dodge out of the way. The flamethrower slash flare might actually be able to sneak a shot in when also keeping you safe, because it kind of goes in a weird wiggly pattern. We're about to do the second base now. Then we'll be on like a straight shot of regular stages. Of course, they're the hardest stages in the game, so it's not really a relief. This base has like protections on its doors. It's like, hey, we can like cover it in this weird metallic stuff. This is also where they change up the base function from the last one. Like, hey, you have multiple generators on a door to deal with now. It's like, bam. The medals in the top left are your lives. If you had a second player, theirs would be in the top right. 0 lives counts as a life. I know some people wonder that or not in games, and this game is very much, yes, 0 lives is a life. Contra is very much like momentum based. If you start faltering, you're just gonna start dying a lot. If you can keep going, you won't lose too many lives. Also, of course, it pays to, you know the game. Probably the easiest room of this base. Now this one decides to change it up. It's like, hey, turret's in the middle. Whoa! This room's not too different from before. I'd say take out the 2 turrets on the sides and then just deal with the door as you go. Now, this room's a bit different. Same rules as before, but now there's like little enemies that can pop up. Like these guys who shoot pellets. Oh dear. The boss showed up. They shoot bubbles. It's not too bad if you have the spread shot, but if you don't, they can overwhelm you pretty easily. Just by, like, spamming you like this. One down, one to go. Okay, oof. That was actually pretty tense. That's why you should never leave the turrets. Because it'll make things 10 times more tense than they need to be. We have secured the base. Yay. Now, we're about to enter the hardest, like, trail of pain in this game, starting with the snowfield. This is when the game takes off the gloves. There's these enemies who shoot you really fast. You have to duck on instinct. There's also grenades up the wazoo. Always have to watch out for enemies spawning in. They changed the bullets of this stage to red so you can actually see them. Thank you, Konami, for doing that. Whoa. There's a bunch of enemies in there, so you want to get that middle power-up so you can destroy most of them. It's like a screen nuke. This one, though, you have to trick into firing. It kind of goes in a pattern. You don't have to actively try to bait him, but I just do it because it helps, in my opinion. Also, okay, big difference here. In the Famicom version, these tanks are way more aggressive and will charge you. In the NES version, they will actively just stand there and shoot their pellets for a while. It is a really weird difference. Also, this snow doesn't fall in the NES version, so it's a bit easier to see bullets. From this point on, they'll start spamming those, you know, mounted turret enemies. Ugh. So be ready to duck at moment's notice, like right up here. Always be ready. Never not be ready. Thankfully, these grenades go in a pattern, so you can pretty much follow where they go. This boss coming up is a bit chaotic, but with the spread shot, like most things, makes it really simple. Just shoot when it spawns in. Shoot the core. It shoots fireballs and UFOs on both sides. It's a lot more hectic. You can jump over the UFOs, but I wouldn't advise doing it when there's like 3 of them, because it makes it really difficult to time your jumps. We're about to enter my least favorite stage in the game, though, and that is the energy plant. I'm guaranteed to lose at least 1 life here, if not 2 or 3, maybe 4. The energy zone, sorry, not energy plant. Yeah, we went into a Sonic zone all of a sudden. The energy zone! It has a cool it has a cool track, though. It really pumps you up. See what I mean? Oh dear. Yeah, that was a yeah, I had no way of escaping that. They got me good on that one. Just jump under those when you can. The laser, you can use it as like a short-range weapon, or you can shoot a whole big thing. But like, it's not the best weapon because its rate of fire is actually atrocious. Because you can only have one on screen at a time. Not advised unless you were in close quarters. And then, even then, you were like, yeah, what about the spread shot? Okay, we're gonna get this barrier. I don't feel comfortable in this area unless I have the barrier. Again, remember the barrier's limited, but abuse it while you can as well. Okay, we're coming up to the boss. He's like this weird football player. He'll launch projectiles. You can jump over him. He seems to shoot more projectiles in the NES version, I've noticed, than the Famicom version. I don't know why this is. I say this and he shot like 7 projectiles. Maybe he's just... Maybe his AI is just random. Gotta love NES sound effects. Or sorry, Famicom. Both of them, really. They're beautiful. Okay, we got 2 stages left, just the hangar and the alien layer left. The hangar, it's not as difficult as the energy zone, but it can still trip you up a bit. It's got these things, and also, okay, I may as well show this off. This is the flare, as I call it. It has a really weird firing trajectory, but you can cheese some stuff with it. It's not the worst weapon, it's just its rate of fire is not really great, even with rapid fire. Which I guess I get to demonstrate. Now these will make you go slower, unless you're like a super pro speedrunner and you know, like, literally the second those are gonna pop up. Now hey, I just realized I get to show off every weapon except machine gun. Although I say that now and I'm probably gonna have to use it in the final stage. Whoa. Yeah, these go in a pattern. They're pretty simple to deal with, honestly. They look more intimidating than they are. You can actually stand a little closer to those spike walls than you think you would be able to. Whoa! Let's go barrier! Let's go... Blah. If I recall correctly, the minecarts can actually kill you. If you're, like, on the tracks. No. Let's... Come on. No! I missed it! Damn. That was a spread shot. Because I memorized literally what every spread shot is. Damn, that's really unfortunate. Ugh. I hope your Mega Man trigger finger's on point here. Whoa. Whoa. Now these go in this pattern. Ugh. Don't get me in that again. Man, I'm actually showing off this weapon a bit more than I intended to. Now this boss is pretty easy. Literally, just go up to this thing and shoot it. See, even with the flare, it's just like a. The next game, I'll show you if I play Super C for this channel, I will definitely show you how much they improved this weapon. Because you can like charge it for like a big old like fireball shot. It's really cool. All right, we're about to head into the final stage, which can possibly kill all my lives if I'm very, 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 very on off point. There's the machine gun, barrier. Oh, hey, shrimp demons. Why do I call them that? I have no idea. It's actually a fairly iconic shot here. Also, in the NES version, the stage does not pulse like this. Yep, and that big guy's toast. These are obnoxious. These white these white projectiles will follow you and murder you if you let them hang around. Like, yeah, see, if they'll zoom around. Oh dear, I just missed another spread shot. Unless I'm thinking of the one up ahead. Wow, that was a weird trajectory. I can't believe I'm finishing this off with this stupid weapon. If you can off-screen these things, it's honestly probably better. I'm actually gonna do this with this stupid weapon, aren't I? Hey guys! Whoa! Stupid Zerglings, as I call them, because freaking... just look at them! Oh dear, that was bad. Okay, I'd say destroy the 2 bottom generators. And then just shoot the heart. The first generator can hit you, the second one can't. Ugh. Oof. Well, that was Contra. Ugh. Whew. That was a little more tense than I would have liked it. Get to the chopper. Ugh. Get out of here in our army men friggin' Huey helicopter here. Leave the island in absolute ruins. Oh, so yeah, that was Contra. I hope you enjoyed this short little romp. More to come on my channel. So, yep. Feel free to leave comments and all kinds of other stuff if you liked it. Well, even if you didn't like it, you'd be like, hey, you're no speedrunner, and I know I'm not a speedrunner, so hush up. But hey, yeah, if you enjoyed this, please do leave a like. And, well, I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. It could be any number of things. This channel's honestly just for stuff I really love. And I decided to start with one of my oldie favorites, which I hope I got to introduce to maybe a new generation. Because, yeah, the Contra Anniversary Collection isn't that pricey, I don't think. Sale might even still be going. I'd have to double check. Don't quote me on that, though. If you do, I will say you weren't allowed to quote me. End quote. And you can loop through the game as many times as you like. But, yeah, this is Ashen Jedi signing out. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you again sometime. Take care.